Hey guys, what's up? Retro Mikey 78 here today, and decided to take some of the money that we got last week from selling the N64 boxes and a few games that I really didn't want, high dollar stuff. I had about $250 in cash, so we decided that I was going to go yard selling and try to find stuff that I could flip. Now, not all this stuff is video game related. I tried to use every bit of expertise that I have out there. I went Friday with Pat and I went Saturday with April and found a lot more than what I thought, and I only spent $150. So that was a citywide yard sale just the town over. About 20 miles north of here is a citywide yard sale next week in town of Troy, Missouri. So I did really well there last year, so we're talking about maybe trying that one out next week and seeing if we can boost up some more money without having to sell stuff out of the room. That being said, this is going to be the pickup video for that. So I just wanted to kind of give you an overlay. And remember that not all this is video game related. And that's a tip I have to some of you guys. Don't always use video games. You know, if you guys have knowledge of other stuff out there, use it. If you need the money, you see it at a yard sale, buy it, flip it, and then put that money towards video games or other stuff you need to take care of. Like right now, I'm using it to take care of bills. Hopefully, I'm back to work sometime this week. I really hope that happens, so that I don't have to sell as much as I want. Don't want to. This time, instead of doing it to the end, I am going to put this out here at the beginning. Don't forget to leave me a like or a dislike, whichever one you prefer. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter, and follow me on Instagram. We're trying to build up this brand, trying to build this channel up, and I'm going to be concentrating more on it from now on. So, like I said, the first day on Friday, I went out with Pat from Game On, and we went out and we did a little bit of yard selling. There's a little bit of a clip. Hey guys, what's up? Retro Mikey 78 here with Pat. We're out yard selling today. Like I said in my monthly update video, we're trying to find stuff to flip and flip only. Well, I am. He's doing a little bit of personal yard selling, but we're out to see what we found. We've hit a couple of them. People aren't being very friendly about the filming, so we're just gonna kind of go to them, come in, show you guys what we get if we find anything. He's done a few little tiny things, but
yeah, just houseware stuff.
But most of the video game stuff has been extremely overpriced.
Yeah.
One little kid's going, "Oh, that's what I priced it on eBay." I was ready to walk away or slap him.
$100 for a PS2 Slim, and what was the other $100 for an NES?
Yeah, an NES with about 6 games. I'm like, you guys are nuts. So yeah, they're wanting eBay prices at yard sales, and I hate that. So, all right, we'll get back to you guys here in a minute. We'd already been to a few yard sales by then, but that's beyond the point. But I want to tell you guys a little story about the first 2 that we hit. We go to hit the first 2 yard sales, and we find the first one, and he's got a Nintendo posted online, and he's got a PS2 in the box posted online. Both the Nintendo had a few decent games, and the PS2 didn't have nothing, but it was in the box. So we're both looking like, yeah, we'll go get this stuff and flip it. We get there, and there's another guy there, like always. He's already up there looking at it, and I hear him ask, "How much do you want for all of it, both systems?" And the guy goes, "Oh, $200. At that point, I was done. I just said screw it and turned around and walked away. I wasn't dealing with it. So we got in a car and we went down to another yard sale that was posted. This is supposed to have a PS3 and a Wii. We get there and it has a PS3, and it's the slim, not the fat, not the super slim, the mid-grade slim one. He has a red and a black controller and about 7 games that are not worth anything. And I'm looking at him going, seriously? I was waiting for this. I said, what's the price on this? $85. I'm going. I was like, okay. And I said, well, where's the Wii? I said, I want to see what you got with it. Well, it's inside. He'll have to go get it in a minute. All right. So kid goes in, he gets the Wii, comes out, and it's got about 15 games with it. All right. So I looked at this Wii and I'm going, all right, so you got 15 games. But everything was shuffleware except for Mario Galaxy, which was the special Nintendo Selects one. And it was New Mario Brothers Wii, but it was not in a case. It was in a cardboard sleeve. And I'm looking at him going, seriously? He said, this is what you offer. And I said, now what do you want for this? And he goes, I would have gladly paid $20, maybe even $30 to get the day rolling is what I was thinking. No, I want $65. I've looked up all these prices on eBay, and that's what I'm going by, is eBay prices. If this wasn't a little kid and this was an adult, as many times I've heard this, as many times I'm sick of it, I probably would have looked right in his face and said, hey, if you want eBay prices, then you sell it on eBay. But since it's a little kid, I just said, no thanks. I turned around and walked away. Patrick did buy a few things there. Just family, household things. Just, he wanted to have around the house or do stuff with that. I really didn't know what he was doing, but I think he bought a little wooden chest, and he bought a wireless keyboard for a cell phone, and a little copper teapot. Like I said, he was just buying little odds and ends all day. He really didn't collect any video games. But then we went drive around, went to a few other yard sales, just kind of free flowing it. Hey, look, there's a sign. Hey, look, here's a sign. I'll show you a little clip here real quick. Yeah, that was before we really found anything. And finally, we'd been at it from about 7:30 till it was a little bit after 10, getting close to 11. And we pull up this one yard sale, and we're looking there. I think Patrick bought a hat there he buys hats for when he does yard work. And I looked at him and I started laughing. I said, look over there. I said, there's a whole box of Disney Infinity stuff. And he goes, what's that? Because he doesn't know the difference. He didn't get into the Skylanders or Infinity or Amiibos. So he doesn't know any of that stuff. And I'm looking at it, said, the Disney Infinity set. And I started looking at it and said, you know what? I've heard Bones tell me that some of these are rarer than other ones, and some of them are worth more than other ones. I know he went for a complete set. So I started looking at it and I go, I'm going to price some of these. So this is that box of Disney Infinity. They wanted $20 for it. And I asked her to come down, but she said the person that owned these wouldn't be there until the afternoon. I kind of got to thinking about it. I was like, all right. I looked up Sorcerer Mickey sells for about $8 to $10. Vanellope Von Sweet sells for about $8 to $10. And Jack Skellington sells for about $9 to $12. So I figured those three would pay for the box. And then maybe I might bundle, I got Ralph, I got Mater. Sinestroid, I think. Mrs. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, Dash. If I had Violet was worth something. Captain Jack Sparrow, somebody I have no clue who that is. Sully, probably Phineas from Ferb and Phineas. Davy Jones, and I think this is the other character from Ferb and Phineas, isn't it?
That's the platypus.
Platypus. I have no idea. I don't know these. Then it had then it had some type of little symbol thing. I think it came with the pack you bought with all these, but yeah, it came with the pad, the portal, and the game loose. But I could care less about any of that. That's probably trash. I know game stores don't even take the portals anymore. These are mainly what people are going after. People are going for complete sets, and some of them are harder to find than others. So I was like, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to break the ice and buy something, hopefully to get the ball rolling is what I was hoping. And because I'd been out for almost 3 hours, and I had not bought a single thing. Everything I found was way, way overpriced or just wasn't worth it. So I always say sometimes when you're yard selling, it's like you have to break the ice to try to find more stuff. All right. Now, that box there, I'm going to sell. I'm going to try to get as much money as that. This bag here is not for sale. We pulled up to a yard sale that looked like a haunted house, and we're like, what in the world is this? Patrick goes in. He buys a few odds and ends, mainly costume parts for his dog. You know, Max, you guys have seen on his channel. But I bought stuff, bunch of webbing. I'm going to pull the spiders out of this webbing, put it on that. Bunch of old looking drapes. More webbing with spiders. A giant spider. And some 3D gel cleans. But I only paid $4.50 for this, folks. So it's something I can... it's a cheap way for me to decorate this room for Halloween. And I'm probably don't do that probably doing that today while the video is being released, but I recorded this Saturday night. So $4.50 is a cheap way to decorate the room. I'm happy for that about that. So not worry about whether the spider works. I'm just going to use it for decoration. But $4.50 decorating the room. Not a bad find. Alright folks. Now this next one we're about to have a cut. And I'll be right back because this is going to be a massive lot. Alright guys. Next up we pulled up to this house. And this house had this giant Leonardo standing out in the driveway. You guys have seen some of my old videos. I used to have a giant Michelangelo back here. This was the Leonardo version.
Oh, you still have it. It's in the garage.
Right. Just don't have room for it in here. But this here was a lot of turtles and action figures. And it's mostly turtles. But some other stuff was thrown in some of the bags. She wanted $45 for it all. I got her down to $40. And I think that if I piece this out or do this right on eBay, just trying to get these gone, I think I can get a lot more than $40. I think I can do maybe $80 to $100 on these. And I think they're cool to just check out and see. So everything here that requires batteries does work, but I've took the batteries out because some of them were corroded. So we're going to go through some of the big ones first. Leonardo here is the same as this Leonardo. He just is missing the cowl and the swords and everything. But I can clean it up. I can get a good $5, $10 out of these. I've already looked them up. So we can get them out of the way. You know, get this one here. Somebody paid a little more for that one, more dressed. These, I don't know what was supposed to be on these, but these are the same two Donnies. I'll clean them up. They got a little tape or something on them. I don't know what, but I'll get something out of these. They're heavy. They're good toys. Somebody will buy them. Leonardo from the Michael Bay movies. That'll be harder to sell. This is Dojo Mikey, and the great thing was, not only did he have one weapon, but he had the nunchucks too, so I was excited about that.
That's right, you want to do that.
Yeah, when I shot this video earlier, I said I wanted to keep most of the Michelangelo stuff. This one here talks, and I was driving her nuts with it when she got home the other day. It talks, it lights up, does a bunch of stuff. There were two of these, and he swings his arms and talks when he does it, but I took the batteries out. I got two of them. One had corroded batteries in it, but I've cleaned it up and they both work. I have tested them. I just got to clean up the outsides. There's a Raphael and a Michelangelo that both make noises when you move their arms, so that was cool. I don't know what these do per se. It's like they're broke, so I don't know what this was supposed to... They set and they spring up or what they were supposed to do, but whatever this is broke. I'm thinking about removing the screws and trying to see if I can fix them maybe. So we'll see what I do there. They don't require batteries, so I haven't done nothing. A lot of these other ones, like this is something generic. I have no idea what it is. That one is. There's these two things here that I've never seen before, but look really cheap and generic. I might just throw them in. This is one that's all painted up. There's some here that are just pieces of turtles. It's really weird. Got a old school Leonardo with the top of the head broke off. I just now noticed that for the first time. So guess what? I'm not selling that much of a broken toy. This here, it's supposed to have a little wire or something that pulls this and makes this fly like he's flipping something, but that's broke off. Somebody still might buy it. This Mikey here is the same as the one I got up here, except this one's got his nunchucks. So yeah, either he's staying or the nunchucks are probably staying.
Or getting switched out.
But this is an old school Leonardo, but he's missing his belt, so I'm not keeping him. This is the same as my Leonardo that's right there. I mean, the exact same. Donnie is the same as my Donnie up there. Here's another, the exact same Leo. Like I said, I can flip all these off. This is a Donnie that I'm going to have to look into. I don't know what it is. Looks like he's all charged up and buff. Tech Donnie, I guess. I'm not sure, but there was Donnie in a tow truck. Yeah, that one's kind of dorky. I know what this is from. From that Terflydle episode where they made him fly. This is when they made wings, but I want to know if there's one of Mikey in the Terflydle outfit because I really want that. So he goes.
Buzz buzz.
Then this last, there's a bunch of weapons, size, stars, an arm to some little shell that was in there. Then this here, I only added this in because I wanted to get the shredder to sell. But it looked like it had, from the animated series, Batman, a Robin, Joker, a Halo Trooper, and I'm not sure what that is. It looks familiar, but I can't name it off the top of my head. Me or Patrick, neither one could. But, and this book goes with one of the giant Leonardos.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything once you have that little flashlight thing with it.
Right. None of it was complete, but for $40, I've been to toy shows before and everything. It was well worth it. I know I can get at least $80, if not $100 out of it. It just might take me just a little bit to flip. But that was my last purchase on Friday. Then Saturday morning, I get April up. She complained a little bit about getting up, but it was a fun afternoon, wasn't it? We got a lot of exercise in.
Yeah.
This is actually the most steps I've gotten probably a year. I hit 10,000 because I had to walk. I've done this video. This makes my second time doing this video. The first one messed up. So I've had to walk this stuff around the house twice. So, we went to a yard sale, and I'm not going to take everything out of the bag because it's 2 yard sales in the bag. We went to this yard sale, the first yard sale of the morning. I walk up. First thing I see is this DS Lite for $3. I was like, hey, a DS Lite for $3. It didn't have a stylus. It was missing the piece here. So I was like, okay, $3 for that. Then she had these, the PlayStation Move controllers. Or motion controllers, and you know that these are going up in price a little bit because people want them with the VR. She had both of them for $5, and she had a PlayStation Eye camera for $5. Now I was like, let me think about this. I really don't need the Eye. I've got one up there in the original box, the PlayStation Move. I got one over here that I use, so I was like, I don't need this. I'm gonna flip those, so I might flip the whole bundle or I might flip it separately. I don't know what I'll do, but let me walk up and I said, look, I said, you got 13 on all this. I said, will you do any better on it? Anything at all? And she goes, how about 10 evens? Because I like even numbers. I don't have to add nothing. I was like, so basically I got the DS for free. And I was like, sweet, because these sell for about $20 to $25 for one. So that right there, these are going to sell and make the money. I'll sell this or do something with that. Somebody might buy it. And then right as she's putting everything in the bag, she goes, "Oh, did you know this had a game in it?" And I said, "Oh, it has a game in it. Didn't even notice that." Game comes out and it's Mario Kart DS. I've already got the game complete, so if I sell this one or my red one, I don't know which one I'm going to sell. This one's awful nice. The screen's actually better than mine. It's just got this one scratch on the top, but I could get by with that. My screen's got a line on it. My wife bought it off eBay when we first started collecting. So I don't know which one I'm going to sell, but I'm going to sell one of the two. And I'll make more money than what I paid off of it, especially with throwing in a Mario Kart. As we're leaving that housing edition, I run up to another sale, and as I run up, this guy's got this box of Disney Infinity things. I go, well, I'm trying this yesterday. This guy's only got $1 a piece on them. I was like, I don't want to buy these really, really cheesy ones, the ones that are only worth $3 to $4, because I might only get $1 for them, or I might not be worth my time or effort to do anything with them. So I knew that Jack Skeleton was worth money, so I got another one. And then I got another Sorcerer Mickey. And then, since the whole box was $1 each, he had the Mario Fireball amiibo in there for Smash Brothers, which is worth about $7 to $8, sometimes $9. So these here definitely going to pay for the $3 I spent there. I think all this was in one housing edition. Now that I'm thinking about it, there was one more sale we hit in that housing edition. So give this to the wife. Let her put it to the side. The other sale in the housing edition, this was the other stuff in the housing edition. And this is going to be all for us to keep and use here, but it was useful stuff and it was decent, really, really well priced. Whenever we live stream in the front room, the camera that I plug into my laptop doesn't have a very long cord. So for 50 cents, I bought a USB extension cable. These usually run about $4 to $5, sometimes $7. So 50 cents, awesome buy. I've always wanted to try one of these heavy-duty tape guns, or at least have one at the house. And he had $1 marked on this, so for $1, I'll try it. That way I can, ship things faster. Just slap. Just trying to get it done faster, and I figured $1 is a great idea. And then, what gamer doesn't need surge protectors? Brand new surge protectors for $2, folks. $2. He had a whole box of them. I was like, I'm taking them. I'm taking at least 2. So, yeah, I know I went out shopping to sell, but these were good items. Even April agreed these were stuff that we could use. Now, that being said, we did, at that point, we were done with that area that we were in. And there was about time for another sale to start. And this sale was posting a Wii. And me and April were like, well, let's go. And you never know, a Wii might have good games with it. A Wii might just be, I bought one last year, bought a Wii with a Wii Fit board. It had Zelda, Mario Kart, Mario's Galaxy, Smash, and a Wii Fit board sealed for $20. So you never know what you're going to find when it says Wii. I made more than $20 off that deal. So we go and we get there, and the lady didn't have the Wii out. She still had it put up. So I'm looking around, and while I'm looking around, I find these. And those of you that know my GameCube collecting and how I love GameCube collecting, trying to finish the complete set, I don't always find them with the actual GameCube case. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 brand new cases for me to switch out some of these. And I'll tell you the price as I tell you the story. So I've got a hold of these. I'm walking around this cell and I'm looking at her and I said, all right, where's this Wii? And she pulls it out. She goes, it's in this bag. She thought it was a green bag, but it ended up being in a red bag. She opens it up. She pulls out Wii Sports, Wii Play, and like a 30 family fun pack thing. And I said, okay, and how much? And she goes, $50. I said, I can't do $50. For a system like that with nothing good, you'd be lucky for me to pay 10 or 15. So then I asked her, so how much you want for these? And she goes, oh, those? She goes, I was going to throw those out. You want any of them, you can have them for free. I'm like, yes! That's 10 more cases for me, folks. I loved it. Then I got to asking her a question. I said, she had this here. I don't know those of you that had seen this before. I've actually got one out in my garage. This is the, I always forget the name of it. It's the Mad Catz MC2 steering wheel. It's dusty, it looks bad, but I figure I clean it up. Maybe order a new gear shift or figure out something to do with this gear shift here. But this is a steering wheel that works on the GameCube, the Xbox, and the PS2. And this is a nice steering wheel, folks. It's really good, tight. It's got clippers here for gas and brake, buttons all over it, and you can set up how you want the pedals. I've got one and I really enjoy it. I know Patrick sold me on getting one of these. And I'll tell you one thing I noticed earlier when I did this video. The suction cups work great. So I might be taking this and switching out pieces with mine because my suction cups suck. But she gave me this for free because the gear shift was broke off. So getting this and that for free, that yard sale was a blast. I'm still super stoked about the GameCube cases. The problem is now I got to figure out which one of these games all have the wrong cases. All right. Next yard sale we went to, folks, the next yard sale I went to, found a few little odds and ends. Nothing great, but it's stuff I can make money on. This here, it's a used Pokemon hat, but it's still in decent shape. Got it for $1. Plan on, there's no sweat rings or nothing, so just got a loose string I can clip off, a little bit of dirt and maybe clean up. But I'm thinking I'm going to put this back for Mill GameCon next year because people last year were asking for Pokemon stuff like crazy. So here you go, Patrick. You said you wanted Pokemon stuff for the booth. $5. Whew. Then also while I was there, I picked up this homemade. You can tell it's homemade because it's just something where they just cut it and tied it together. But for 50 cents, it's homemade Zelda blanket. Little fleece. Now, I looked on eBay, something like this. It just came out of the washer and dryer, so it's nice and clean. Because it smelled like it had been sitting somewhere for a long time. But something like this on eBay, I could sell it for probably $15, $20. People would buy this. There's a bunch of Zelda collectors out there. So we are definitely going to take this and probably flip it. I thought about keeping it, but most of the blankets I have everywhere, fleece blankets, are either 49er blankets or turtle. The sale pile. But this is for me. I do have to go to the hardware store and get something for it. But that ain't nothing. I can do that tomorrow. Didn't notice it till I got home, but other than that, it's great. It's a foot shorter than the one that Pat uses, and I really do like his. But the knob that you hold to move it around with is missing a nut to hold it. So I'll get a nut tomorrow to replace that. But this is one that I can have April back here where I'm filming, moving closer, change this. It telescopes up so it can go higher and more stabilization than the tripod I'm using now. So once I get that fixed and it's a little bit rough to move, it doesn't turn as well. I'm gonna work on that. Other than that, this thing is perfect. So I might not use that feature, but just this here, being able to do this, setting up or standing up or down, It's just a tripod for $1 that I figure I could try and just get some more height out of. Maybe do some videos at a different angle. That's what I was shooting for. I've been looking and pricing these. They're sometimes $40, $50, $60 for a tripod like this. So if I get it for $1, spend a couple, maybe a quarter at the hardware store, if that, putting a nut in there to hold this, it's a good deal. Again, I going out to buy stuff to sell, and I find something like this, but I just couldn't pass up this for $1. If I can just put a little bit of money in this and be happy with it, that's all I need. So, that's not bad. All right. Now I'm going to show you guys a couple more things, then we're going to show you the huge lot of stuff, right? We did stop at one yard sale. Picked up this, another Disney Infinity. Gonna try to sell this. I looked it up online. Brand new, these sell for, what I show you, almost $20, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Over time, it has separated. It hasn't been opened, but it has separated on the top. It does have a crease in it, so I know that's going to go down. If I sell for $15, I'm happy. I only paid $3 for it, folks. I talked them down $1. So that's awesome. I get this. Every little bit's helping. Next up, paid $3 for this. Told her there was a piece missing here on the side, so I said the back wasn't shutting, which I'll fix that. It's simply just off the track here. And I'll fix that later, but the door's off the track. I fixed that. I'm still gonna have to sell it without this, but just this here sells for about 20, 25 bucks online. I might be able to get 10, 15 for it. It's got 2 turtles with it from the movie. Got Leonardo and Raphael. Not a huge fan of the Turtles movie, this one. I guess it's missing its missiles, but still. It's not complete, but somebody might like it for a shelf piece. It's good enough for, not to get full price, but maybe to get half. I know I'm going to get more than $3 out of it. Now, this next 2 things I got to show you guys are way out of my normal range. I told you guys that use every little ounce of what you know to get what you want. We went to this yard sale and they had a bunch of glassware and stuff, and I'm looking. Now, me and April, we like to decorate our house, our kitchen mainly, in Coke products, right? Mm-hmm. But we have specific tastes. We don't like just everything Coke. But we like the way these glasses look. Just as showpieces. We'll clean. I got a sticker on one of them, but they were $1 a piece, so that's great. Then I've seen this, and my mother and my aunt have both collected Disney stuff for years. It's got the official Disney symbol, but doesn't have the date. So I looked it up online. There was only one other one of these online, and it was I didn't see it sold, but it was at $20. So I figure with Christmas coming up not too long, I take this, bought it for $1. And I mean, it's in mint condition, no chips, no nothing. For $1, I put $15 on it. I more than double, triple my money. And, it pays for the glasses, pays for other stuff. That's what I was shooting for today. Find stuff to sell. All right, folks, this here is the Party Light Global Fusion Hurricane Lamp. This thing was really expensive back in the day when it was released. They had $5 on it. It even had its box. So for $5, I was going to buy it. I looked online. There are some that are priced in the 50s and 60s, but we looked at the sold auctions. They sell for about $25 to $35. So for me paying $5 and I get $25, even $30 out of it, what? I'm getting 5 times my money back, right? So, it being in pristine condition, there's no cracks, there's no nothing on it. I got the styrofoam, got the box. It's going to be easy to ship. It was a no-brainer to buy this for $5, put it online. We'll do that tomorrow and get it sold. All right, guys. Now, this was the big score of the day. This is where I think I'm going to get the most money for my buck. And yes, it's video game related. This is, I got this entire lot. 53 games, 4 controllers, the white Xbox with a 60 gig hard drive, woohoo, and a Energizer battery pack for them that does work. I have tested everything. No drifting on the controllers. The Xbox works perfectly. And I'll tell you the story behind it here. We get there and I look at the games and I'm looking at it going, there's nothing fantastic. That's just because that's your favorite game. There's nothing fantastic here. But the Xbox itself has a GameStop refurbished sticker on it. And I was like, oh, God, I don't want to buy a GameStop refurbished system. So I was scared that it get home and didn't work. The only thing that is messed up on it is the USB port here. But like I said earlier, I'm going to say again, I can pull the faceplate off and probably fix that. So, hand that to April so I can get it off the way. Put these controllers down and we'll go through what games are there. I don't know what I'm going to sell the Xbox for. It's a refurbished one, maybe $10, $20, maybe $30. I don't know. Not really concerned with that. Most of my money is here. And most of these games I'm going to let go for $5 a piece. The only downside is every single game needs to be buffed. So my JFJ is going to get an overwork tomorrow. And I'm going to sit here and buff all these. It's going to take me 2, maybe 3 hours. Yay. But that's the price of doing this yard sale stuff and getting the stuff so cheap. Let's go through the games. My wife's favorite game, Left 4 Dead 2. Gears of War Judgment. Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare Trilogy. You get 1, 2, and 3. And I looked this up. All of them are in here, folks. Modern Warfare 1, 2, 3, and don't know why this last disc says Call of Duty 4, but Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, and Call of Duty 3. Okay. I don't know the Call of Duty series, so all 3 discs are in there. I have not checked the quality of them, but I went through a stack and every disc had to be done, so. Dead Rising 2, Off the Record, the one where Frank returns. I love that game. Grand Theft Auto 5, folks. That still sells. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Fable 3. Gears of War 3. Mortal Kombat, the Complete Edition. And got all the bonus characters in there. I'm looking at it going, You can play as Freddy, Scarlet, Rain, or Kenshin. I might be at least trying this out, seeing what I like playing Freddy Krueger, so I might try that out. Batman Arkham City. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Red Dead Redemption, The Undead Nightmare. I consider this to be the best of the Red Dead games. I love the Undead one. Halo 4. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Borderlands. Aliens Colonial Marines. And Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor. Battlefield Hardline Deluxe Edition. Mortal Kombat vs. DC. Horizon Motorsports 4. Dead Space 3. I actually need this for my collection, so this might not go. Far Cry 4. Fallout 3 Game of the Year. And every time we move this, it's got loose disc because it's missing the separator here. So I'm gonna have to figure something out with this because that's not gonna work. How many discs are supposed to be in this? I know it's got 3 discs in here, and I think it's only supposed to have 2. So I'm not sure. Oh no, Fallout New Vegas. I don't know what to do, folks. But the discs look horrible. I need a Assassin's Creed: The Americans Collection, Payday 2, Walking Dead: Survival Instinct. I used to love this show. I remember buying this game and hated the game. Skyrim, Borderlands 2, Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition, Halo Wars, NBA 2K12, the original Left 4 Dead, Far Cry 4 the Limited Edition, Dragon's Age Inquisition. I can't say it right now, folks. Just Dragon Age. You guys see it. Hitman Absolute, Battlefield 4, Minecraft the 360 Edition, BioShock 2, Saints Row 4, 007 Legends, Mafia 2, Dragon Age Origins, Diablo 3, Far Cry 3, Saints Row the 3rd, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Borderlands the pre-sequel, whatever that is, Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty War. And then he also had in here 2 of these steelbooks, which are a little more pricier when I look them up. He had Dark Souls 2, nice steelbook. There's no dents on any one of these, so the games aren't in the best condition. I'll have to buff them, and he had Dead Island Riptide in steelbook, and this steelbook is awesome. I really like it, but I need to sell and make money, so I'm gonna sell it. Let's go back to GM early, and I can keep it. But yeah, this is what I spent 150 bucks on. Plus, she bought a little bit of stuff for her schooling and stuff. So, not at all in all, it wasn't bad. If I sell these or most of these for $5, and I might end up coming down on price at the end, but I'm gonna stick with $5 for a while. I'll make a good amount of money, and I'll make my $40 back off the Xbox working and these. I mean, those 4 Xbox 360 controllers with no drift, right there is $40. So that being said, I'm gonna make my money back. No doubt about that. Everything else, there's a little bit of risk here and there, but we'll see. Hey, glad you guys spent the time to enjoy and listen to all this. I'm going to try to go out next weekend and see what I can get up in Troy, Missouri. Like I said, I hit big up there last year. Maybe I can do it again this year, and we'll see. So, see you guys all later, and I'll try to get some live streams in sometime this week. Thanks.